So this was the slide I wanted to add right after the Qualcomm one, so sorry about that, I mixed it a little bit up. You know, all kinds of different devices and solutions we might see are based on the Snapdragon. You can be sure that we are also going to see some really huge players stepping onto this market of the smartbooks, like Acer is going to announce something, Sony Ericsson is going to announce a smartbook. Just today a rumor came up that Dell is also coming to the market with a smartbook. So it's getting really busy, and it's good to have some competition and alternatives. Oh, good, my time is good. Okay, next Intel Atom platform. Pineview is going to be announced in 4 weeks during the IDF in San Francisco. I can only recommend you guys to take a look at this and take a look at the license going on. I'm pretty sure that we'll see a lot of new devices, especially tablets will be very important for Intel. We will see a lot of tablet solutions during the IDF. And so that's on the left side, you see the old platform. On the right side, you see the new one. Expect the first devices based on the Pine Trail platform by the end of the year. ASUS is going to launch their EPCT 101H, that's a netvertible, during CES, so in about 4 weeks, geez, in about 4 months because it's in January. And so this will be the first EPC based on the Pineview. Okay, again some Pineview. Yeah, just to give you a little idea about how successful netbooks were. In 2008, about 14 million netbooks got sold. That's 2 million units more than the iPhone. And everybody knows the iPhone is a pretty successful device, right? So for 2009, we're expecting about 35 million netbooks, and yeah, it looks pretty decent. We have so many players on the market right now. People have a lot of options and alternatives. You can choose, you know, your favorite netbook, and you really, I think we have right now. If you would add the Shenzhen manufacturers in China to this, we have at least some 50 to 60 manufacturers that are producing netbooks. So just a brief overview how different netbooks can be. I don't call these guys over here netbooks. I call it a netvertible. It's a kind of mix between a netbook and a convertible. EPCT 91 is using the Intel Silverthorne platform, meant to be on MIDs. It's a nice little device. It adds some extra usage scenarios for you because you can just use it as a tablet. You have a touch screen on there. So on the one that is getting announced in January, the EPC T101H, is just a bigger brother of this one, a 10-inch system, which will also offer multi-touch, especially with Windows 7. Okay, over here you can just see the tablet mode of the T91. More and more kids and educational netbooks are coming out. ASUS just started this cooperation with Disney, and this is quite successful right now. It's quite creating some buzz. I even see the commercials over here on the MIT all the time. And so they're sending it through the Disney channels. Disney just added a couple of applications on there, especially for kids, all in this Disney, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck theme. And education market, very, very important. Dell is, in my opinion, the biggest player on this right now because they created a whole ecosystem around the netbook. The first netbook that was really meant to be just for kids, just for the education market, the Dell Latitude 2100. Really, really cool device. Comes even with a touch screen. You see, you don't even need a back for this. And the interesting thing is this fellow over here, that you can store I think 25 to 30 Dell netbooks in there. You can recharge them all at one time, and the teacher of a class, for example, can also copy documents immediately on all these netbooks over there. So pretty cool infrastructure. They really thought about this, and yeah, leading the market with it at the moment. So finally, I mean, the name of my speech was about Linux networks and the opportunities in the cloud, and I'm only talking about hardware. I have only 10 minutes left. I'm sorry about this. I have to rush a little bit now. So, what about cloud computing? I guess this is one of the big questions in the next couple of years, because I kind of have the feeling that Microsoft is missing markets in the last 10 years in general. Right? So they kind of missed the netbook market completely, and they missed the cloud computing market also, because Windows Azure won't be available in the next 24 months. I mean, they're working on it, right? But still, these little fellows over here with their Chrome OS will be way ahead of this, and I see huge potential in this. I think I even have a little screenshot. Oh no, that's Moblin first. Intel Moblin, in my opinion, very, very important for the network market, very, very important to gain some market shares back from Microsoft for the Linux community on networks, because in general we really need standards. We need standards, we need platforms where developers can develop on, and I mean, Moblin is now getting used by Xandros, for example. Linpulse, the Taiwanese guys, are also developing on top of Moblin. So it seems to be a kind of break-even point or turning point for Linux on networks again, after they had the market and kind of lost it to Microsoft. But Moblin has, in my opinion, the opportunity to gain this back, especially because Intel is really, really pushing it into the channels. So yeah, and over here we have the Chrome OS. I don't know if this is made by Photoshop or if this is a real information. I'm sorry, I just don't know it. I thought it was good to put it up so that we are getting a little idea. I think, well, we would see it in October. You can expect the first developer versions, public ones, in October. And it should be quite interesting, because, I mean, who is the biggest service provider on the internet right now? It is Google. It is with Google Docs, if you're using Google Mail or Google whatever. I mean, they're coming out with something new like every day, right? So I don't even know what they just launched today. Maybe they launched already some new services. So what Google wants, of course, they want the user to get connected to their services on the web, because that's the way they're making money, right? Even though that everything is free, I mean, Google has a monopoly on the online advertising market, so they need to get you connected to the apps. And due to the fact that they announced it, especially for networks, and also Intel is cooperating with Google on Chrome OS. So this might be very, very interesting to see how this is going to perform. I'm expecting, you know, like something, a kind of Moblin backend with any kind of Chrome OS browser front end. So, but you know, we will see in October. And just to give you an idea what kind of device it could be used for, over here, that's a CrunchPad. The CrunchPad is getting announced, should be on the market in November. Price point around $399, 12-inch tablet. They're using a WebKit browser, but this system doesn't even have online storage anymore. So, well, of course, it will support a little flash memory for the operating system, but that's it. So it's all about getting people into the cloud. It's all about opening up a browser, using services. And TechCrunch, Michael Arrington with the CrunchPad, they are really going forward. So an interesting development on the market that I just spotted 2 days ago. Evans Data Corporation is a huge analyst from the United States, and they just said they had an online survey with about 500 developers, and they just said, okay, 1 in 5 developers working on applications for wireless devices are currently writing apps to run on networks. And an additional 24% expect to be writing apps to run on networks in the coming year.